Well, hello, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back. Jiujitsu2000 here today. I'm back, and today I want to talk about this Olight that I'm holding. This is the old S10 baton. Not available anymore. Now I thought that I would share this with you. I thought I'd shoot this video just in case there might be somebody out there that has an S10 or is looking into one and wanted to see what my thoughts were on this light. So here it comes in the package. This is a model that is no longer available. The max output on this guy is 400 lumens. And right here it says model S10 baton. It says max 400 lumens. Maximum throw is 104 meters. The maximum run time is 360 hours. And this next one, I'm very pleased. This has an impact resistance of 2 meters. I really like that. And it's also IPX8 waterproof down to 2 meters. This is running on a Cree XM-L2 LED. It'll operate on a single CR123 battery or an RCR123, which is a rechargeable. Weighs 43 grams without the battery. And I'm trying to read, it's kind of hard to see because this clear plastic. The length is 70.5 millimeters and it's 23 millimeters diameter. So it says that the applications that this can be used for is maintenance. Maybe you're working on a car, because it does have a magnetic tail cap. You can walk your dog or go for walks, and everyday carry. Now for some of you that don't know much about Olights, this is the predecessor to the S1. It's an excellent light though. It's an oldie but a goldie. It's a really good light. Again, it'll operate on the non-rechargeables or the rechargeables, the small batteries. There's their website, olightworld.com. So we're going to go ahead and open this up and see what's inside the package. I found this on an auction and I put a bid in. Got into a little bit of a bidding war there for a second, but I ended up paying $34 for this light. Now some of you might be sitting there saying, well, that's a lot of money for an old discontinued light. I'm a flashlight person. I really enjoy flashlights, and to me it was worth the money. So what you get here in this package, we have a owner's manual, and I'll take a quick look at that owner's manual real quick. So again, model S10 L2 baton, running the Cree XM-L2. So here's the user's manual. So the user's manual in the current lights look a lot different than these old user manuals. So there's some information on the light. Figure 2 talks about putting the battery in. Figure 3 is the user interface and how to turn it on. Figure 4 is the runtime chart. And then of course figure 5, they're telling you how to remove the tail cap magnet out of the light. I don't think I would want to do that, but that's for people, I guess, that want to do that. And then of course on the back there's Olight's information. There's a little bit of information in English talking about how to use the light. And then a little bit about the warranty, and then there's some other languages. But right here, this is the chart that I really like. These are the specs on the light. So if you want to hang on to that a little longer, feel free to pause the screen. So the next thing that we have in this package is some information on some of the older lights. These are probably lights that aren't available anymore. In fact, this S15 baton, that was basically a AA rechargeable flashlight. I'd like to get my hands on one of those. Pretty cool. I have a S2A or excuse me, an S1A, but this is the predecessor to that. Be a pretty neat little light. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then there's the one we got right there, the S10 L2 and S20. A lot of this stuff that you're seeing on these old chart here, this is all old obsolete stuff that they don't sell anymore. Maybe they've replaced it with something better, or Olight's always improving their technology. SR96 Intimidator, M22 Warrior, M3XL2 Triton. That's some pretty cool names. This is some old stuff. H15 Wave. Look at that. M20SXL2 550 lumens. Boy, the M21 was a real popular light. They got that replaced with the Warrior X. Eventually the Warrior X is 2000 lumens. So that's kind of neat. The next thing that you see here in the package is a lanyard. Now I really like the older lanyards. These things are tough. Very nice lanyard. It's got Olight on it. Little push button, slide release kind of thing, so you can adjust how much or how large you want that to be. And then there's the little cord that goes around the light. They didn't have the little metal clippy thing that helps you thread it on this lanyard, but that's okay. And then inside here we have a little package. It's got a spare O-ring. Looks like there might be 2 O-rings actually. Yeah, so it's 2 O-rings. There's a split key ring, and then it looks like a silicone, a replacement silicone. And then of course you open this up and there's nothing left in the package but the light itself. So we'll take a look at that light. This is the first look. Very nice. S10 baton. There's a look at the tail cap. Looks like a nicely made little light. Here's a look at the lens and the LED. The lens is definitely glass. I like the blue button. The tail cap. These are just great little lights. Looking inside the battery tube, you can see inside there, and then a very nice quality spring. And then they've got that little area on the spring right here. I'm going to touch it with the tip of the pen here. That you can grab that and take that spring off and then remove the magnet if you wanted to. I don't see that being something that I would want to do personally. I like having a magnetic tail cap. Now right here you can see that I have a bunch of 123 batteries right here on the end here. This is the Surefire. This is a 123 battery. It's a non-rechargeable. Next to it we got the LumenTac. This is a non-rechargeable 123. The Tenergy battery, again this is a non-rechargeable CR123. And then we've got the Energizer Lithium. Those are good batteries, non-rechargeables. Amazon Basics Lithium CR123A. And then we've got this is a really good battery, this Olight CR123A. This is a non-rechargeable, but it's a really good battery. And then we've got the RCR123A by Olight. This is a good battery, so that's a rechargeable. And then on the end here, this is Skywolf Eye. This is a rechargeable, but definitely the Olight blows this one out of the water. This was a cheapie that I got, and it works okay. But of course, if you look at the Olight, you can see that it advertises 650 milliamp hour. But if you look at this Skywolf Eye, they advertise 1800 milliamp hour. That's a farce. There's no way they're getting those kind of run times out of that battery. In fact, this thing runs like it's maybe 400 or something. It dies a lot sooner than the Olight does. So that's a little bit of batteries that you can run in this light. Let's go ahead and grab one of these batteries. I'm just grab this cheapo here, put it in. The positive goes towards the head of the flashlight. So we're going to turn this baby on and go through the interface. This light does have a memory mode. It operates very similar to the current S series. Okay, so if I want to access moonlight mode, I will just push and hold this button and it'll get me to moonlight mode, which is half of a lumen. Okay, now on that setting, that'll last for 360 hours, and if you want to convert that into days, that's about 15 days. And then of course, if you push and hold, it'll start to cycle. So there's low. This is 5 lumens. This is a really good setting. That'll last for 108 hours or 4.5 days. Then you've got medium. Medium is 85 lumens. Again, it's another good setting. 85 lumens for 7.5 hours. So you get a good amount of run time out of that. And then of course you go to high. This is high of 400 lumens. There is no turbo on this model. It's just moonlight, low, medium, high, and then you do have a strobe. So 400 lumens, and this will last for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Now if you double click from here, you will get to a strobe function, and I don't know what the run times are on that or what the lumen levels are, but I'm gonna guess that they mirror what high is. So I'm gonna guess that you're probably getting 400 lumens for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Now if I single press, it turns the light off, and then it does have the memory mode when I bring it back on. So the last thing that we had previous to strobe was high, so it brought us back to high. It will not memorize strobe. So like if I want to turn it on again, let's say we go to low, medium, high. There's low, medium. Let's stop on medium here. And then if I turn the light off and I turn it back on, look at that. We're right back to medium. If you want to go to high and then turn the light off, turn the light back on, you're on high again. And then of course you can go to low, turn the light off, turn the light on. And then of course let's go down to the moonlight mode. Okay, let's turn that off, turn that back on. So we're on moonlight mode. Now if you're in the off position and you just quickly double press, you'll go straight to 400 lumens or high. Look at that, boom. And then from there, if you want the strobe, you can double click again, and then you get that strobe. So it's a nice pattern. Look at that light. It's got a nice pattern. It's got a nice hot spot in the middle there, a little bit of spill, and then you got a pretty good flood. So it's a pretty good pattern of light on this thing. Now it does have a lockout mode, so if you want to throw this in your pack, it's identical to the newer models. You just push and hold until you see moonlight mode, and then keep holding, and then once moonlight mode goes away, you're locked out. The light won't do nothing, it won't turn on, it won't do nothing in your pack. Okay, now to bring it back on from lockout mode, what you'll do is you'll push and hold until you see moonlight mode. And then if we want to go through and cycle through the modes, we'll just push and hold the button down, and the interface is a little bit slow. The UI is a little bit slow on this one, but that's okay. If we look at high, okay, this is 400 lumens. This is a candela rating of 2700, and on this setting the light has 104 meters of throw. Now all these run times and things like that were published in this owner's manual are based on a 1500 milliamp hour CR123 non-rechargeable battery. So by using the 650 milliamp hour, say the rechargeables, of course my run times are going to be less than what I'm talking about in this video. Let's turn that baby on and let's put her underwater. Get that thing nice and wet, and let's take it out of the water. We'll hold this button down and we'll cycle through high, low, medium, high. Let's try and see if we can get a strobe. There's the strobe. Let's stop that. Let's put it to moonlight mode. And yes, we have moonlight mode, so this light is definitely handling the water, no problem. That's one of the things that I really like about Olights. They handle the water no problem. Let's just turn it on to regular and cycle. Low, medium, high, and one more time strobe. Let's go back to high, Turn it off. Let's check that memory. Yes, we are back on high. Let's go to low so that we can memorize low. Now let's go ahead and lock this baby out. So that light is locked out. Let's unlock it. Yeah. Moonlight mode of half a lumen. So that Olight S10 baton is a nice light. Now I'm not going to take this thing out and do the impact resistance. I bought this for my own personal light. I don't want to be dropping it for no apparent reason. When they say that they are 2 meters impact resistant, I trust them, because as a flashlight reviewer, I'm always dropping flashlights for my videos. And like I said, this is going to be a personal light for me. I don't feel like dropping it. I'm out here in the shop and I've got it on the lowest setting. This is moonlight mode of half a lumen for 15 days. So if you're going to read something, or you need to get in your pack or look, if you're walking around, you've got it on the bill of your hat and you're using it as a headlamp or something like that. Or if you maybe have a wound or something on your hand or your body and you want to take a look at whatever's going on with you, you can definitely look at that stuff. That's plenty of light to be doing stuff like that. Now let's go ahead and bump it up to low. Now this is low. Again, this is 5 lumens, so you get a little bit better performance out of this. 5 lumens for 4.5 days. That's pretty good, and you could use that light quite a bit. So the cool thing about this 5 lumen setting and the fact that this light has a memory mode is you can turn it off and it will come right back to the previously used setting, with the exception of strobe. It won't do it on strobe. Now if I cycle up, we can go up to medium. Now in medium, again, this is 85 lumens for 7.5 hours. That's a good amount of light. And again, turning it off, turning it back on, that memory will bring it right back to where it was. Now let's take a look at high. High, again, 400 lumens, and this will last for 1 hour and 15 minutes. This is just a beautiful pattern. Right now I'm shining it straight up at the sky, and look how it lights up this room. Turning it to the left, turning it straight down, going to the right. Look at that, coming towards me, like gonna shine it at the wall behind me, looking up at the sky again. I mean, 400 lumens is a lot, and to have that bright of a light for 1 hour and 15 minutes, that's pretty good. I like that. For a little EDC light like this, that's pretty good. 104 meters of throw. Now I'm going to give you guys a strobe warning. There's the strobe. It's a very constant strobe. But I hope you enjoy these night shots with this light. I really like this one. Pretty cool. I like that the switch has a positive clicky sound. Not that I want to be making a bunch of noise, but I like to, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I like that kind of clicky sound. It's almost like the flashlight's acknowledging that you pressed the button or something. Maybe I'm crazy. Wow, those were some good night shots. So in closing this video, I'm sure, because I mentioned earlier that I paid $34 for this on an auction on eBay. I'm sure that there's somebody out there that's going to say, man, you spent $34 on that old S10 that's only 400 lumens. You could have bought a S1 Mini for probably the same amount of money, and then you would have had 600 lumens, and you would have had a battery indicator. You could have had the timed 3-minute shut off, the timed 9-minute shut off. You could have had all these other things, and that's all true, but it doesn't stop me from wanting to get a part of what has helped build Olight, and that's this flashlight. To me personally, as a flashlight collector, as somebody who has a passion for lights, I think picking this up was a smart move. Let's take a look at that magnetic tail cap. Look at that. That's a strong magnet. It just hangs on. So for me personally, I think it's good. I think it's nice that I was able to find this. I got real excited about it. And 400 lumens. Now, if you want to compare it to the modern stuff, It's a lot larger and less than half as bright, a lot less features, but still, I can't stress it enough. This is what helped build Olight, and I definitely am proud to be a part of Olight, and that's why I picked it up. So I hope you guys got some good, useful information out of this video. It was fun to do. I'm happy to have this new light. It's definitely going to be something that I'm going to enjoy carrying. It's a good conversation piece. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video. Share this video. Thanks for stopping by. And we'll talk at you next time. Bye for now. Have a beautiful day. Later.